Howdy, welcome back to Seymour Farms. Today we're gonna start off talking about rainwater collection. As you can see, I got a little bucket of irrigation water. I'm at 250 gallons right now. I've already used about 100 gallons. Counting on some moisture this afternoon from Tropical Storm Hannah. I want to start off talking about rainwater collection, and then I want to talk about sustainability for a minute. As promised, I brought in a gutter, reclaimed this gutter from an old shed, and I did a little bit of plumbing with parts that I had on hand. I did not buy any new parts. I'm still $2.50 that I spent on screws, and that's my out-of-pocket cost for this entire project so far. So what does it mean when we talk about sustainability? Well, if something is sustainable, like I explain in my classes, that means that it's going to work today, it's going to work tomorrow, it's going to work next year, 10 years from now, 100 years from now. And if you can find a way to get it to work with minimal inputs, then that's even better. So as a concept, sustainability is a little bit more than unpopular lately. I see a lot of hyper consumption and trying to grab at everything that you want and not taking the time to really analyze what you need. So personally, I like the idea of the water bottle scenario, which I also explain in my classes. If I buy a water bottle before class and I drink it during class, what I do with that as soon as it's empty is right at the point where I can start deciding if I want to do something that's sustainable or not. I could easily just throw it in the trash can. Odds are it's going to end up in the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. That's where it ends up most of the time now. Now, maybe I do a little bit better and I throw it in a recycle bin, but how about go to a water fountain on campus and refill it? If you can take that same water bottle and use it 3, 4, 5 times before you recycle it or throw it away, then you're starting to get the right idea. So that's what I'm doing out here with this farm. Now, I took a pecan last year and I put it in the dirt in November, and I have a good sapling right now that's going to make it. This one is going to make it through the summer. I'm about to pour some water on it, and there is no reason why I can't keep doing this over and over again. It doesn't cost me anything. It's a pecan that I picked up off the ground. So something simple like that doesn't have instant gratification. I'm not going to be able to harvest pecans from this this year, but in 10 years from now, I will be able to get a lot of pecans off of that. Last time we talked, I showed you a pecan tree, a nut tree that didn't make it. Plenty of those happen, but I plant way more than I lose. Right now in the heat of the summer, I'm irrigating like crazy. I made sure that I had a system in place to provide plenty of irrigation water. And here in a minute, I'm going to show you a couple more nut trees that are really thriving, just to show you what I was explaining earlier about how easy it is to try to make good with what you have. Have a look at the back of this truck. You see a bunch of hand tools, and you see some electric tools. Well, why is Seymour out here running electric tools instead of gasoline tools? Well, this is another example of sustainability. And it's not just the petroleum use. It's the fact that, to bring gasoline out here, enough gasoline to keep the tools running all day. From sun up to sun down, it's not sustainable for me as a human being. That would definitely wear me out. So when the batteries are dead, usually so am I. That's the end of my day. And that's about 6 hours. So I do that to try to avoid bringing in inputs, the petroleum products, gasoline, etc. And also to make sure that I'm not wearing myself out in the process. Guys, this is another really good pecan tree. It's thriving right now. Plenty of new growth. Again, it's something that I started last year with a nut that I put in some dirt. And it's not that complicated. So when we start to look at what's really working, the best place to look is what we have. Instead of trying to get what we want first, start with what we have and make good with that. Once we've made good with that, then we can look at building on it. So if you can today, reuse your water bottle. And if you don't feel like reusing it, how about just cut the top off of it, put some dirt in it, a couple of dried beans, and water it. I'm not expecting that everybody is going to be able to go out and plant trees today. You know, not everybody has access to land, not even a front yard or backyard. But if you can get some dirt and some dried beans, why not cut the top off of that water bottle, put some dirt and some dried beans in there, and start growing something. Remind yourself to put a little bit of water in there every day, and you'll see the results. You can make good with what you have. Thanks for tuning in.